Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and good morning from Denver, Colorado. We're here today just outside of Union Station for opening day for the Colorado Rockies at Coors Field. So we're going to make our way down to the stadium. It's about a half mile from Union Station, check out some of the pregame festivities, and take you guys in for opening day. Baseball returns to Colorado, so pretty excited. Alright, so we're at the Blake Street intersection, and the plan's going to be to go down Blake Street. That'll take us right to the stadium. There are a bunch of bars and restaurants on Blake, and then I think we might go to McGregor Square, which is right outside the third base dugout, or third base gate, sorry, and see what they have in store over there. Not sure what this is, but I think this goes down to the milk market. And they should have a bunch of stuff this weekend for opening day, opening series. I think I saw like photo ops, face painting. I will not be getting my face painted, but we'll see what they got. Here's the photo op. It's actually nice and warm in this alley. All these heaters and stuff. Looks like they'll have t-shirts and face painting there later. I guess I'm a little early, which is not that early considering the stadium opens up in about less than 90 minutes. But this place should be getting pretty packed soon. This dairy block is a pretty cool spot. They have a bunch of bars. They got a distillery down there, and this is also a little wine bar that has purple wine for opening day. So we'll see if they're open. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. So we tucked into the Blanchard family wines, and this is one of their specialty cocktails for opening weekend. It's the purple glittery wine cocktail with purple gummy bears. So cheers to opening weekend. Alright, fueled up by my purple wine, we made it to McGregor Square. McGregor Square is pretty cool. It's an apartment complex, a hotel. It has a bunch of restaurants, bars, and shops on the ground floor, and it has a plaza too that they usually broadcast live sporting events, Rockies games, Broncos, Nuggets, you name it, anything Denver. So this is a pretty cool spot to hang out. We'll see what it looks like in the plaza because it is a bit cold today and we're expecting a little bit of snow. So we'll walk over there, check things out, and the stadium gates open in just about 60 minutes, so we'll head in there as soon as they open. So on the bottom floor they have food hall and multiple bars that you can grab a drink. It's definitely getting crowded. So they got Japanese pizza, burgers, chicken, and over here they got a wall of taps, which is pretty cool. I think you get a cup and you pay as you go, or you get a beer card rather, and you pay as you go. I've seen these at a couple places. It's a cool concept, but if the taps are a little jacked up, it could be very expensive because you're just going to be pouring out a lot of foam with a bad tap. So we'll head outside, see what they got going on. DJ. So out here's the main plaza. It's actually not too cold out here right now. No snow yet, no rain. But here you can see, right in front of me is the Rally House, Rally Point. I think it's the Rally House. That's the hotel. And then over here are the apartments, McGregor Square apartments, so that's pretty cool. And you can see the giant screen up here where they'll have all the different games and stuff for people to watch. And it's not just Denver sports, right? Like during March Madness or other big time sporting events, they'll have stuff playing down here. It's a really cool spot to hang out. Got a couple pop-up bar stands. This is definitely a really cool spot to hang out before any Rockies game, before any Denver game really. Especially when the weather gets nice in the summertime, this place gets absolutely packed. The mountains are indeed blue, and they will be blue all day. It's about 30 degrees, but could be worse spots. Can't really complain. All right, McGregor Square is definitely the place you want to hang out before a Rockies game, or honestly any Denver sports game. So the gates open in about 15 minutes, so we're gonna make our way to the right field gate, the main outfield gate, because the right field gate is one of two that open 2 hours before first pitch. And 2 hours before first pitch, you can get in the stadium, go up to the right field rooftop bar, and they actually have $3 draft beers. And draft beer is Coors Light and Coors Banquet, but you're at Coors Field, so you have to have a Coors. One of the few places, maybe the only place, that it's actually cheaper to drink in the stadium as opposed to outside before first pitch. So from 2 hours before first pitch all the way up to the start of the game, the right field rooftop bar, $3 draft beers. First peak of Coors Field this year marks the 30th anniversary for when Coors Field opened in 1995. So all season long, they're going to be celebrating baseball in Mile High City, particularly at Coors Field for 30 years. So pretty cool. It's getting pretty crowded. I mean, the game doesn't start for another 2 hours and some change, but Denver is expecting over 150,000 people in the ballpark district today for opening day. That includes, it's going to be a sellout in the stadium, but also everybody spending time and eating food, drinking drinks in the ballpark district and lower downtown. So we're going to make our way to the outfield and get in line for when the gates open in just about 10 minutes. Opening day 2025, Rockies and the A's. So the Sandlot is an actual brewery located in right field of Coors Field, and we'll be able to go into it a little bit later, but it has a bunch of different beers that they brew in-house here at Coors Field. And during game days, they have usually some type of barbecue, smoked brisket, pulled pork, things like that. But this year, for the 30th anniversary of Coors Field, they have a specialty lager that is being released today to the public for the first time, and also a couple new things on their menu. So when it opens about 90 minutes before first pitch, we'll head down there and see what's new, see what they got. But it is a pretty cool spot. You can't see the field if you're sitting inside, but it is a nice spot to hang out, take a break from all the hubbub inside the stadium. And they have TVs and stuff like that too, so we'll take a look. So everyone's waiting in almost a quarter-mile long line for the center field gate. But I don't believe they know about this one, because there are only about a dozen of us walking over here. No wait, so we'll walk right in on opening day. Pretty cool. Hello, how are we doing?
Good. Okay, go on.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right, we're in. So let's walk up to the rooftop and check things out. The giveaway today is a magnet schedule. Not sure how practical these things are anymore, just because everyone can do a quick Google search, and I would never put this on a refrigerator, but nice gesture, I suppose. So we're out in the right field pavilion now. This is a cool area of the concourse because you do have a lot of concession stands. You can overlook the bullpens right here, actually. So this is a cool spot if you want to hang out. They have a little bar top, and you can watch guys warm up in the pen and still have a pretty good view of the game going on. But yeah, no, the concourse is cool. They got some different activities that kids can do. They got the speed pitch over there. I mean, adults can do it too, but it would be kind of weird to see how fast you throw at 35 years old. But they also have, this is brand new, Bat Around. It's a VR hitting simulator powered by HitTrax, and HitTrax essentially gives you all of the analytics of your swing, launch angle, exit velo, distance, all that stuff. Kind of cool, especially cool for kids as that's getting, the analytics piece is getting more popular in youth sports. You know, they'll probably see some of that analytics stuff with their travel balls or youth programs. But no, the right field pavilion is a really cool spot to hang out. Sometimes when it's not so busy, I do like to hang out here by the bullpens, grab a drink or two, and just watch guys warm up. And the Rockies, I think, have the best bullpens in all of baseball. We'll get a better shot over here, actually. So as I was saying, the Rockies have the best bullpen in baseball. But this is the center field batter's eye. I mean, how can you not love this? Absolutely incredible. Beautiful, beautiful backdrop. And over here in the bullpens, that's pretty awesome too. You got the little pine trees and nicely landscaped dirt and grass. It's a pretty cool spot. I mean, not only as a home pitcher, but also a visitor. This would be a really cool spot to hang out until you have to pitch at altitude. Then I guess that would suck. But at least you get to warm up in a really nice bullpen before you get shelled at 5,200 feet. Okay, so we're gonna take the escalator up a few levels to the rooftop bar. It is getting a little chilly. Traffic coming in off of I-25. Good thing I took the train. I mean, I just can't do driving in downtown with all this traffic. Parking downtown, absolutely insane. I saw some parking lots up to $85 near the stadium. No thank you. Never. Alright, so we made it up to the rooftop. So the rooftop has a couple different things. Over here to my left, you have the main Coors Light Bullet Bar. That's where you get your $3 drafts before first pitch. You have some other options here too. Over to my right is Smash Burger. So Smash Burger has all the normal stuff you get at a regular brick and mortar Smash Burger. We're gonna be heading over to the Bullet Bar now. I apologize, the Silver Bullet Bar. My bad, Coors. But yeah, all these different cashiers, they're always open, so the line is never too long. It will get very long, about 30 minutes before first pitch. So if you do come up here, I would suggest coming up here early, like 2 hours before. Otherwise, you might be waiting in long lines. But it does offer pretty cool spot to post up before first pitch. I mean, how can you complain about this? The A's are taking batting practice right now. Snow is starting to fall, so welcome to Colorado springtime, I suppose. We'll head up to a couple other spots here in the rooftop. So just above Smash Burger, up there is, I believe it's the Jack Daniel's Terrace. The Jack Daniel's Terrace deck, and up there you'll get, I don't know if they still do it, but at least in years past they've done a $6 Jack and Cokes in a souvenir cup, which is pretty good considering you'll pay at least $12 to $15 for a Jack and Coke while the game's going on. So we'll take a look in here and see if they still do it. But up here offers very similar sight lines. It's typically less crowded up here. I'm not sure if people don't know about it, but way less people up here usually. As you move toward center field from the Jack Daniel's bar, you'll come to this spot. It's called the Terrace Loft. Typically you can rent this out for private events or business events, whatever, during the regular season, and you have your own little personal bartender, which is pretty cool. This section right here is called the Rock Pile, and it is an entirely bleacher-only seat section. Typically, you'll find some of the cheapest tickets and then the whole stadium from there. But bear in mind, you're completely exposed to the elements. You're directly in the sun during day games. But for a cheap ticket, it offers a pretty cool view. You're above the batter's eye, so that is also a pretty unique piece because you don't see too many stadiums. I can't think of, maybe besides Boston, that you actually have seats above the batter's eye in center field. So that's a unique seat to have, and from there you'll be able to see the Denver skyline and great view of the game as well. So we're moving toward the right field pole, still on the rooftop, but a couple things I do want to point out. So you see the purple line of seats that go all the way around the upper deck. So that purple line represents 5,280 feet, otherwise known as 1 mile. That purple row of seats signifies that you are 1 mile above sea level. So that's pretty cool, nice little unique touch. You don't get anything special for sitting in them, but they are covered, and the purple seats, at least from like home plate over to the left field line, they're all in the shade. So I guess that's an incentive to do it on some game days. Another thing I want to point out over here in right field, I don't know if you can see it, but the sections that have the red signs in front of them. So these seats on select game days, if you buy a standing room only ticket and there's availability there, you can actually go sit in a seat even with a standing room only ticket. I don't think they do them on opening day or a series with a larger expected turnouts. Like I know the Yankees and the Dodgers draw pretty well here, but for today specifically, definitely not standing room only. Patrons can sit down there because those will all be sold and ticketed today. But if you come on like a normal midweek or a series that doesn't necessarily have a big draw, a big turnout, with a standing room only ticket or a rooftop ticket, you can go sit in these seats. It's pretty cool. It doesn't offer a bad sightline either. There's honestly not really that many bad seats here, other than if you're right behind the foul pole or something like that. These seats are also included in, again, with exceptions, they're also included in the ballpark pass, And what the Rockies did this year with the ballpark pass is for $199, you have access to all home games minus 4. And those 4 are opening day and the 3 against the Yankees. So you have 78? No. 77 home games that you can come to. Standing room only ticket, but if these aren't completely sold out, or if they aren't ticketed for a certain game like today and the Yankees, you can go sit there with standing room only. I mean, 77 home games for $200, that's not a bad deal. So we'll head down back to the Silver Bullet Bar, grab my $3 Coors Light, watch some batting practice, and by then the rest of the stadium should be opened up, so we'll take a walk around. Another great incentive to buy one of these rooftop tickets is with each purchase of a specific rooftop ticket, it comes with a $6 drink credit. Now, doesn't seem like much, but if you show up before first pitch, that equates to 2 draft beers at the Silver Bullet Bar. So that's actually awesome. But this actually burst my bubble. I don't know if it's because it's opening day, but they do not have the 12-ounce $3 beers. It's the normal, 16, maybe 20 ounces. Still not too expensive. It was only, I think, $11, which for stadium prices, it's not the worst, I guess, with the draft. But I'll have to get back to you on if they have the $3 beers still or not, because if they don't, that would really suck. That'd be unfortunate, because that's one of the great things about the rooftop. Ice cold Coors Light. Snowing, April, opening day. This is 1000% Colorado. Gotta love it. It's just crazy. And for the record, this is the greenest lawn in the entire state of Colorado right now. We're on the 300 level concourse right now. We'll spend some more time up here because my seats are in the 300 level today, right behind home plate. So we'll take a look around the concourse in a bit. But we're going to head down to the 100 level concourse, the main concourse. Check out Sandlot Brewery and all the other stuff they got going on down there. So we'll be back up shortly. All right, down on the field level now. This is the other side of Sandlot, on the inside of the stadium. So we'll see what they got going on over there. So pretty nice places to sit outside. You also have seating inside and a full bar. Yeah, okay, this is what I was talking about. So this year they're doing the 30th anniversary lager to celebrate 30 years of Coors Field. Pretty neat. Off to the right, they have all the food, and it looks like it's pretty similar to what they've had. It's a lot of barbecue options, a carving board with brisket and different barbecued meats. You see through the glass is where they brew all their beers in-house, which is pretty neat. In full bar, they have all of their beers, the Sandlot beers, as well as Coors Banquet, Coors Light, and they have a full bar with liquor and spirits. So we got the 30th anniversary lager here.
No, thank you.
30 years of Coors Field. So the 30th anniversary lager is really good. It's delicious. A little bit about Sandlot. So Sandlot opened in 1995, the same time Coors Field opened up, and it is the first brewery to be co-located inside an MLB stadium, and it is actually the brewery that originally inspired the well-known Blue Moon. It brewed a Belgian wheat ale in 1995 that became incredibly popular, and that is what Blue Moon drew inspiration from, is a very similar brewing process and recipe as Sandlot did in 1995. So they didn't create the Blue Moon, but it definitely set the foundations for what we call Blue Moon now today. So pretty cool. They make some really good beers. This 30th anniversary lager is probably going to be my go-to this season. It's delicious. So cheers. So over the off-season, the Rockies and Coors Field tried to implement a lot of new fan enhancements for this upcoming season, and a lot of it has to do with the fan experience, especially on the concourses when it comes to food and drinks. And what I've noticed so far already, just walking, about half the stadium, is there are so many more food and drink vendors. It might just be some opening day isms, but this right here is exactly what I'm talking about. The walkthrough brew that has been very popular at other Denver sporting events, namely Mile High and where the Broncos play, and Ball Arena where the Avs and Nuggets play. It's beer only, super quick. And I know in a few places they have also implemented what they do at Mile High, where, here it is, right here. It scans your card, or reads your card rather, before you walk in. You grab whatever you want, beer, water, soda, hot food, and you just walk out. So this is exactly what I'm talking about enhancing the fan experience. And they've done this all over the stadium, and it's exactly what they've done at both Ball Arena and Mile High. So it's pretty cool that it's come to Coors Field now. It should be a lot quicker to get concessions. Good job on the Rockies. Okay, so we got about 35 minutes until the opening day ceremonies start. They're breaking down the stuff from BP. Snow is still falling. It's nothing crazy. I mean, it's cold, but the snow's not sticking. It's not a snowstorm. So the baseball will definitely be played today. But go figure, right? Opening day in Colorado. Definitely a gamble. Now these berry kebabs things are awesome. It's chocolate covered strawberries. It's milk and white chocolate. They put them on these little kebab sticks. $11 for strawberries and bananas. Not terrible. Stadium prices, they are good, so I don't think it offsets all the beer, burgers, hot dogs, and fries. But hey, if you're looking for a fruit fix, by all means, berry kebabs. Now we're down the third base line at the Wazy Market. Wazy is a street in lower downtown in Denver. But in the stadium, it's a food court, and the food here is actually really good. So you have pizza here that's actually made fresh in a pizza oven. It does get pretty busy though. You have Rocky dogs here, essentially a foot-long hot dog. You got chicken tenders and wings with fries here. Beers, seltzers, water, non-alcoholic options. Chips, peanuts, sunflower seeds, and it's a quick credit card scan to head out. So this is actually the least crowded I've ever seen, the Wazy food market. But this stuff does have good food. The pizza is probably one of the better ballpark pizzas I've ever had because it is freshly made in a real pizza oven. So that's really cool. But yeah, Wazy Market, third base side, check it out. They do have gluten-friendly food here. So gluten-friendly hot dog, hamburger, chicken sandwich, desserts, and gluten-friendly canned beer. Pretty cool. I had no idea. I think this is brand new this year. Yeah, here we go. This is the gluten-friendly beer. It's pretty cool. So that's another part of the fan experience enhancements this year, this off season. So we're gonna head to probably my favorite spot in the entire stadium. It's coming up right here, Blake Street Grill, the only spot in the entire Coors Field where you can get, yes, Rocky Mountain oysters. Rocky Mountain oysters, if you don't know, look it up. They're absolutely delicious. I get this almost every time I come to Coors Field, but this is the only spot you can get it, Blake Street Grill. Down the third base line, in between sections 144 and 145. All right, got my oysters and fries totaling $9.77. Not terrible value. Remember stadium prices, but pretty good considering other stadiums I've been to. Okay, further down the third base line, almost in line with the left field pole, you got the Blue Moon trailer, all stuff Blue Moon, pretty cool. And then you got Buckaroos. Buckaroos is right next to the little kids play area. But here we have kids meals and ice cream for all the little guys out there. So they got kid size popcorn, nachos, chicken tenders, hot dogs, french fries. So it's a good spot to take the little kids. Buckaroos, left field, right in line with the foul pole. Then you got a slide jungle gym play area for them too. So we're out here now in left field. Got Todd Helton's Burger Shack here. And this is a pretty cool spot. The little ski lift seats. So it's right in left field. And they have ski lift seats. I don't know if they're ticketed or not, but pretty cool view. All right, so we're up on the 300 level concourse now, the upper deck. And over here is the Raleigh Hotel and the McGregor Square apartments where we were earlier. Down that way is Blake Street. A bunch of restaurants and different bars you can go pre-game, post-game. The pregame festivities should be starting in about 10 minutes. So we're gonna head to our seat now and take in the scenes of opening day. Here's a good shot at McGregor Square back there. Hotel on the right, apartments on the left. Really cool setup. We got Jackson's here. Famous bar that's been here since Coors Field opened. Then up here, right behind home plate, near section 332, 331, past the funnel cakes, you have the Clock Tower Bar that's over there that looks like it's rented out for today, but Clock Tower Bar, well, it's a bar, has draft beer, full bar, and the game's always on, so that's a pretty cool spot to hang out. So 331's our section. We'll head in right here and get ready for the pre-game ceremony. It's a great shot. I wonder if you can see it on the camera, but the snow is coming down. First pitch, opening day, 2025. In the snow. Today was a sellout, but it is snowing pretty good right now, so I'm not surprised that everybody's not in their seats. Good amount of people up in the rooftop, right field right now, but I wouldn't be surprised if this thing didn't get too much more filled up. Just people not wanting to brave the weather. That'll get him in. Sack fly. It's a great at bat. Completely ironic, but my tickets today happen to be in the purple row, the mile high row at 5280. So for those wondering, it is row 20 in the upper level. Snow's starting to pick back up again, and it's just bitterly cold. It's the bottom of the sixth, but this might be my last half inning.
Question is, so originally the plan was, some of the writers wanted to
5-4. Struck out. All right, we ended up leaving Coors Field early in the bottom of the seventh, going into the eighth. The A's are still up 3-2. It was just way too cold in there. The snow stopped, which is nice, but I got to get back to Union Station to catch my train anyway. That was fun. It was, for an opening day, especially in Colorado, they do have a passionate fan base here, even though the Rockies aren't very good. But for opening day, it wasn't necessarily a stellar crowd. I'm sure the weather and the snow had a lot to do with it, but I still had fun. Hope you guys enjoyed tagging along for a trip around Coors Field and opening day 2025. As always, thank you guys for watching, and until the next one, everyone have a great day. See you later.